Sunday, and I wanted to make sure to get this off to you. As I've been stating, what's most important now is just getting this stuff done. So I just got back from my first hike in Japan, which was wonderful. I have managed to free up some time in my very busy schedule, and I am really glad to have been outside today. Your astrological report for the week is that we have a stellium in Pisces. A stellium is more than a few planets, and Pisces is the dreamer and the wisher and the magical creature and the sign that is a composite of all the other signs and the sign closest to God. So spend some time wishing and daydreaming this week and watch your desires manifest. And the more you practice manifesting, the more you will learn how important it is to be specific when you manifest. But no time like now, so get started. I wanted to respond to my first Q&A, so thank you, Sasha. Sasha and I have known each other for a while. They are, Sasha, I apologize, I don't know what pronoun you prefer. Sasha is a really special being. He's a creature, he's a genderqueer person, and he is a friend of mine. When I was home, we had the chance to discuss this growing need inside of him for a closer relationship with the divine feminine. Now, a quick caveat, Sasha is most definitely somebody who believes in female supremacy. I do not believe in female supremacy as the prescription for the world. I think that it takes different strokes for different folks. I can occupy a space of female supremacy if that's what the person in my life needs in order for me to connect with them, because what I value above all else is connection with authentic, sincere spirits, most of whom are submissive. Sasha responded to my request for a question, and let's get started, because this Q&A thing, it's just what I want to do. Like, I'm not a preacher, I'm a teacher. Okay, maybe I'm a little bit of a preacher. I am a preacher's kid, a recovering preacher's kid, but I teach. That's what I do. So your questions are the material that I design my lessons around. So give me questions. I want to hear from you. I really, really, really do. Email me, tweet at me, DeminaVontana@gmail, @DeminaVontana. If you don't know how to spell that, it's on this page, okay? You're going to see this video on YouTube. You're going to see this video on Facebook. And you're going to see this video, a link to it on Twitter. And you're going to see it on my website, which is DeminaVontana.com. Same since the start. All right, so come and find me, bitches. Anyways, Sasha, back to your question. And I'm sure a lot of you out there that have experienced cross-dressing or an urge to live as a woman or the desire to be really close to the females in your life in a sort of subjugated kind of way can understand where Sasha is coming from and relate to his question, their question. And again, sorry about the pronouns. I should have asked before I started this. And I hope that this answer also benefits you. The word is source. The word is source, okay? When you are in a male body and you experience life as a female sometimes despite the male body, what you end up needing in order to survive or to have balance and good things in your life is I'm sorry, I'm distracted by the rearview mirror because it's casting a terrible fucking shadow. Sorry. Let's continue. The source outside of yourself has to be organically feminine. So what I'm talking about is a cisgendered female. A cis person is somebody whose gender matches the body or the sex that they were assigned at birth. Okay, I am a cisgendered female with strong masculine traits, but I am a woman. Like, that's not a question. So never had an issue with that. I have had an issue integrating my very masculine personality into a world who perceives me as woman and therefore determines upon sight how I should behave and how I should interact with them. That's caused a lot of interesting situations over the years. But hey, I'm a dominant and I love it, so it's a small price to pay. But it's not so easy for those of you that don't identify with the sex that you were assigned at birth. There's often as you know, maybe you've experienced, there's often a purge cycle, like you binge, you buy all this lingerie, you have some sessions, then the shame sets in and you purge and you throw everything away and you're right back to square one. The way to level that out is to worship the divine feminine. And in order to do that, you need to draw closer to the divine feminine. The most common route that male-bodied people in this situation choose is to attach themselves to one particular female. And I just have to tell you that in my experience that's not always the fairest way to go for the cisgendered female, for the actual woman, because we're not aware that you're basically using us like a battery. Okay? So like, you don't have the organic feminine inside of you, the physical feminine, but you have the spiritual feminine. And I am not talking about people that want to transition. If you are transitioning and you are happy, this is not the video for you. This is for the thousands, maybe millions of male-bodied people around the world that are never going to get that opportunity, are never going to choose to take it, or who don't even know that that's a reality, okay? So there's people that live with this question every day, and they will have to wrestle with it until the day they die. They're not going to transition. That's not the answer for them. So those are the people I'm addressing. The source needs to be organic, all right? So yes, you need a woman in your life. You need to be close to her. That does not necessarily have to be a mistress. That does not necessarily have to be a sexual relationship. But it does need to be a relationship of service, because that is how you repay the woman for basically siphoning off her energy, okay? Women are very sensitive. Some of us are even intuitive, and we know when it's happening, but it's such a peculiar style of relationship and such a hidden phenomenon that we're not always aware of exactly how it's happening or the impact on us. So, yes, you need women in your life to worship, and you worship through service, okay? You worship through doing the things that gratify her, not the things that you think will make you more of a woman, not the things that gratify you. You must focus, okay? None of us go to the temple, none of us seek out God and then say, hey, God, I'm here so that you can do these things for me. That has got to be the definition of sacrilegious, religion, whatever. It's wrong. It doesn't work, okay? So you must be completely submissive to her needs and her desires and be in a position, a role of service constantly. Otherwise, you will deplete her battery, and that is not fair to a woman, especially considering that most of these women don't even know what's happening. I know so many men that are closeted cross-dressers or closeted people who experience gender dysphoria or practice some sort of gender role-playing as a very necessary psychological and emotional and spiritual outlet, who are married to women that have no clue this is going on. But I see it so clearly when I meet people in this style of relationship. I'm like, she don't have any clue that man may be her husband, he may be the father of her children even, but what she is to him is a battery. Okay. Cars need batteries. Your car was born without a battery. Okay? Let's just leave it at that. That's the best word picture I have at the moment. All right, get yourself a battery. And then also recognize the divine feminine in everything around you. You don't want to become obsessed, as so many of you so often do, and try and pull everything from this one other living human being. Goddess is everywhere. Of course, she is in the earth. She is in the water. She is in the stars and the moon. Okay, maybe more the moon than the stars. And that is where you need to go to connect with the divine goddess, to worship the divine feminine, to practice the female supremacy that you believe in addition to being fortunate enough to find a beautiful woman that you serve the rest of your life in some capacity. You may marry her, you may not, you may only see her once a month for a session, doesn't matter. That and all these other things. The woman in your life is not responsible for your situation. You are the only person responsible for your situation. That is your karmic path that you have put on. Sasha, this is not personal. It is your responsibility, your duty to self, to this twin, amazing, tangled spirit that you are, to recognize that the universe is generous, and the universe is loving, and the universe wants to give you what you need so that you can feel whole and complete, even if that means taking turns. And so therefore, just look around you. One of the 13 mantras, which is a manuscript I'm working on, one of the 13 mantras is, you already have everything you need. Think you don't? Pause. Look around. You don't see anything divinely feminine? Wider circle. Keep making a wider circle, and with your mind's eye, look at everything around you, 360, up and down, this realm, the realm that we live parallel to, and you will find what you need. And then the next mantra, gratitude. Practice gratitude. When you find what you need, practice gratitude, and more of what you need will be given to you. The universe is not stingy. We are ungrateful and selfish, okay? And once you break out of that, you will find the divine feminine in everything that you do. But most importantly, you will find that she is within you. Maybe not on an organic physical level, but on a spiritual level, on an emotional level, on a mental level. You've got this, baby. You got this. You don't need other people as much as you think you do. You are like two spirits in one. You are magical. That's why like all my friends are cross-dressers or trans people or somewhere on the genderqueer spectrum. I mean, I'm on the genderqueer spectrum, but I'm definitely on the female side of it. So I'm not in that like that nuanced middle space where the healers come from, where the magicians come from, where the artists come from. You are so special. Stop looking outside of yourself. Look inside yourself. Look around you, and look to the women in your life. And that's it. And that's another message I've carried for forever. So thank you, Sasha, for asking the question that opened up that tiny piece of Pandora's box inside of me so I could let out the truth. And I hope that it benefits you, and I hope that it benefits anybody else that finds this message. And just for the record, I am 100% an ally to all sexual minorities, all gender minorities. My language is never going to suit everybody all of the time, but my heart and my intent are in the right place. So I hope this finds you, and that it finds you well, and that it helps you to imagine the possibilities that what you need is already here, and that you are beautiful. And if you have some of the feminine inside you, my beautiful darling, who's been packing a penis your entire life, you are also the divine feminine. Yes, you can be both. You don't have to choose. You are both. That's the lesson the universe wants to teach you. Yes, you need an external, organic source of energy. You need a battery. But you need more than that to get down the road of life, all right? And the rest of it is so readily found when you stop focusing on what you don't have and focus on what you do have, because you are divine and you are beautiful. And that is this week's message. I love you all. I will be in Taiwan at the end of March, and I will be, end of March, and I will be in Australia the first week of April, and I'm starting to set up coffee dates, getting on those kinky websites, making connections. I'm so excited. I would love to play while I'm in Taiwan or Australia if, the circumstances are right and we have chemistry. So DaminaVontana@gmail is always the best way to reach me. Again, I will be back full-time in Washington, D.C. This spring, late spring. And starting next fall, I'm going to be offering new services that are overnights. I'm working. I can't wait to tell you the details. But anyways, once I return in the spring, I'm happy to travel: Chicago, New York, Florida, Atlanta, even some West Coast if it was, the right situation. But I do outcall, and I love playing in hotels. There's also the possibility of a dungeon, but that takes extra time because it takes special arrangements. Because what I didn't realize when I became a dominatrix was the entire industry was in flux. And the moment I stepped into this calling, the world went online, and crappy, shitty, cheap amateur porn started showing up everywhere, coming out of every dom's basement. And I've never done that. It's not my style, yo. But it's also meant that there was no reason for me to maintain a dungeon, although that's changing. That's what's coming this fall. So everything is evolving. I am really glad I started my career when I did. I've learned so much along the way. I love what I do. I love my clients. I've never had a bad session. I've had some interesting ones, but I've never had a bad one. And I just love meeting you. So if you give me the opportunity to do that, it will be something that you will remember the rest of your life in the best sort of way. So yeah, that's it. Enough selling myself. You fucking know that's true. You just need to get the balls together to get a hold of me. All right. See you soon, kids. Love you. Bye. How do I end this? Fuck, I'm on YouTube. I don't know how to end it. How do you how do you end the live stream? Help! 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 Oh my god, now I'm gonna have to learn how to edit. That's Japan. Alright. Kisses, 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 kisses.